Hey, what is up, YouTube? This is Fortress Striker coming here live and well, and it's been like a month. I'm sorry I haven't been there for you guys. A lot has happened, basically, but I'll give you the details on some sort, maybe another time, or probably not, because I sometimes don't do that. But anyway, today is going to be a good day, though, because I finally finished this up yesterday, and I started testing it out and still completing it today. And that, my friends, is Genex's. I finally got the deck perfect. And that's what I'm going to help out for all the viewers out there and anyone who actually needs assistance, because I know Genex's are one deck that everyone really loves, because other than those fucking meta decks that people love. Trust me, man, Genex's are the greatest thing that ever happened. I don't care if you even run a meta deck. It's not that fun. Trust me. Only for tournaments, but this is a deck that a lot of people have trouble making. But now that we have more support, since Zexal and stuff, I finally know how to make the deck perfect. It's a little budgety because I'm missing a couple cards, but you know what? It's more balanced. It's more fun. It's perfect. Who cares? Let's get to the deck profile. Alright. For starters, for the main guy we have is two Genex controllers. He's the main tuner of all of them. Level 3 normal. And basically, I'll read his who he is. He is a master of all powers and elements. He is one of the few Genex monsters that can communicate with its companions. That's why he is so good, man. He's the reason why we all have those element Genexes everywhere. Alright, next one we'll be running is two Genex Ally Remote. What he does is basically, he can basically make any tuner on the field into a Genex controller for the turn, until the end phase. And especially himself, which is perfect. I actually like him way better than Spare. Spare is just not that, as perfect as I thought, because I guess I never read it much, but you'll love him. Alright, then we're running three Undines. Undines basically, if you guys play Mermails and stuff, he basically, when you summon, normal summon, you get to add a Genex controller from your deck to your hand, and then send a water monster from your deck to the graveyard. It is really good, man. I actually find ways to how this play goes. I'll show you a bit. The one Birdman, which sucked ass because of the ban list. Everyone knows that I would run maybe 2 or 3, but mostly 2. Because this guy is the main tuner. Alright. I think I kind of messed it up, the whole bit right here. Alright. Here we're running 2 Genex Turbines. What he does is that all face-up Genex monsters on the field gain 400 attack. And then when he's Noble Summon, he comes from a 1400 to a 1800 meter. It's pretty good. I like him. Maybe some people might have trouble saying this is not that great, but it's perfect. It's only not that good if you have a skill drain on the field or anything happens to his effects negated, so it can be screwed, kind of like in a tough situation. But you'll understand why he's pretty good. Well, all right. So the next card we have is Genex Searcher. Obviously the giant rat of the deck. When he's destroyed by battle, he gets a special Genex monster that has 1500 or less attack in attack position. You get to use this card, and then you get to summon out the Turbine. Since Turbine has 1400, he's less than 15, and then the effect kicks in to make it 1800. Now that's a pretty good strategy right there. I'm running just one Blast Fan. One is actually fine with me, because you want to special and add one of those dark Genex monsters, which basically is the tuners, because that's all we run. Gets more fast speed, for searching. Also, another main is for searching is 2 Neutrons. You guys play card Curse, so you know what it is. If you don't, I'll explain. When he's normal summon in the field, and as long as he's still in the field while normal summon, by the end phase, you get to add a machine tuner type monster from your deck to your hand. It's pretty perfect. 1800 beat stick, and no problema. I only have one Ultima. I'm trying to see if I can get 2, but it's a really good card. 1800 beat stick as well, but here's another reason why. When this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you get to choose 2 Genex monsters from your graveyard and return them to the deck. See, now when he's a beat stick, you always get to add, he's basically the Pot of Avarice of the deck. Except you don't draw, but I like him. People just don't expect that. And for the non-Genex tuners, we got 2 Goblinbergs, basically specials, and it automatically goes to that Synchro plays, or if you want, Exceeds. And then, of course, the 2 Cyber Dragons, of course, for level 8 Synchros. That's it for the monsters, and now for the spells. 1 limit removal. This is a machine deck, obviously. I am playing 3 Crashbug Road. For those who don't know, what it does that each player gets to special summon a level 4 or below monster that has as long as you have like the same copy as the same level of the monster on the field, you summon it. So for example, if I have a level 3 monster and I have the special level 3, it's really good though. Trust me. Sure, it sucks that my opponent can do it, but as long as he doesn't have any other monsters, or if it's above high level, then you're fine. That way you can go for those instant exceed synchro plays. It's perfect. And here's the spell people never seen. Falling Current. What it does is that you get to target one face-up monster that I control, and I get to choose between a level between 1 and 3. Whatever number I choose, that becomes the level of it monster. It just stays at that level. So that we can go for like high level monster, like go for a high level synchro or low level synchro. I like to use it so you can just in case you're in a situation you can cast to it. You can make that monster level 2. Here we go. We also have the spell you guys remembered, Final Gesture. If you guys remember what it does, well, if you don't, actually, I'll explain. I get to target face-up level 3 monster on the field, and one monster in my graveyard or my hand. I get to special summon it if it has the same name. And it says in the field its effects are negated and it dies in the end phase, but you can use it for synchro plays, exceed plays, like I said before. It's a really good spell card. I only have one scapegoat. I was trying to see if I run 2 so I can run like a full-on level 7 Earth. Actually a level 7 monster. Or you can run this with a Final Current, and it's really good. You can go for a level 8 or anything. And it's also for defense for if anything happens, so you may never know. 2 MSDs. Backwards a hater. I decided running Lightning Vortex. I don't have a Raigeki, and I don't want to use Dark Hole just in case, because I have a feeling this deck really has monsters in the field, and I don't want to lose him. And I have no problem with discarding. It's not a big deal. That's my graveyard plays go faster with like Final Gesture and stuff. Gotta get rid of those face-up cards, but it's better than nothing. Boogamoo, and that's it for spells. For traps, 2 Call of Hunters, because we got special those monsters that you need to go for. A fun tech card. Fairy Box, played by our own Joey Wheeler. If you guys don't know what this is, I'm glad to explain to you, and because it's the best trap and troll card ever. It is a troll, and I'll explain why. And I'll read it right here, so it'll be fair. Each time a monster on your opponent's side of the field attacks, toss a coin and call heads or tails. If you call it right, the attacking monster's attack becomes 0 only during the battle phase. Pay 500 life points during each of your standby phases. If you cannot, this card is destroyed. Now, this card is so good. I actually took it once to a tournament years ago when I played in Genex. It wasn't perfect, but I trolled this guy so much. Even though I didn't win, it was hilarious to see how this guy got trolled. He says he hated this card. It was so much fun. I'm actually proud to have this card so much. I used to have 2. I already traded 1, but I'm fine with Fairy Box, and I want to keep using this as a major tech for one of my fun decks. Solemn, Bottomless, and then I'm playing 2 Magic Cylinders. Actually, it's like the best troll card as well. People always use Deep Prison. They always see Mirror Force, and they expect that. They never expect Magic Cylinder a lot. And you gotta think Konami taking out of the ban list, because this card does not target, it doesn't destroy, it just negates, and then it inflicts the damage to your opponent, so the attack of the monster. So they just screw themselves. Because it's a surprise. Surprise, motherfucker. And that's it for the deck. It's 40 cards. Alright. Here we got the lamb tokens. Do the ba 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 ba. And for the extra deck, Chimera Tech, because we have the Cyber Dragon. You never know when you're gonna have this, or anything out of situation. I got 1 Catastrophe because you got the Final Current card. Like I said, because you can have level 3 tuners, you can just change any of those monsters you have to level 2. 1 Genex Ally Triarm. What it does is that depending on the attribute you go, which is mostly water because that's all I can go for, you can basically discard a card to activate the effect, so once per turn. It depends. So here it goes to the attributes. If it's wind, you select a random card from your opponent's hand, send it to the grave. If it's water, select a spell or trap on the field and destroy it. If it's dark, select a face-up light monster on the field and destroy it and draw 1 card. I know I don't have the goal, but you know what? I like Sahemoth for this deck. It's actually better. Unless I have a goal, then I'll probably run it. But it's a fun deck, so yeah, I like Sahemoth this deck. Get rid of those pesky cards that may annoy you. Black Rose, and then the main guy, my main monster. Who's basically my dual spirit or something. the Genex Ally Triforce. Now, instead of Triarm, he's different because you don't have to discard, and he's the best. And I have a lot of level Earth monsters because it has Earth, Fire, and Light, and I'll read it for you. Earth, if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Fire, if this card destroys a monster right bound, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. If it's light, once per turn, you get select a light monster in your graveyard and special summon face down. Now you can use the light for anything, but everyone knows I'm going to use Earth, and I have a ton of Earth. That's why I have the with the Searchers, the Turbines, and I have the Ultron. It's really, really fascinating, man. And then I got Stardust Dragon, Genex Ally Axel. What he does is that once per turn, send a card from your hand to the grave, special a level 4 below machine time, also from your grave. Its attack is double, but it can't attack your opponent directly, and it basically gets removed from play from the end phase if it stays on the field. And then you got Scrap Dragon, and you can use it for the Call of Hunt. So that way you you go for the single plays, you go for Scrap Dragon, then you target the Call of Hunt since they're not useful, and get rid of your opponent. And I have a Leo, but actually I would like to take this out if I have a Mistworm, because this one's really good. And for the X-Seeds, we're going to go for the rank 3s. Auto card. Yes, I got this, and it's awesome. Mech Equip Engineer, protection. And then I decided I actually want to use the Nightmare Sharks for direct attacks. You can also use it with the Undynes, which is pretty cool. And then for the rank 4s, this is what I choose, for just for damage or anything. Cowboy and Black Shepherd Corn for pesky cards and damage. Alright, and that's it for the deck. Hope you guys enjoy this. It's been an honor to actually finally make a Genex deck for the first time perfectly in years. It took me many years since I bought this, like around 2011. So basically almost took me nearly 4 years. It's been 3 years now. And I've been working hard in this. I actually want to thank the Anime 5Ds because I've been watching it, and it keeps getting inspiring me for the Genex deck, and then somehow my ideas keep come by, and I want to make this deck as possible before I forget, and I check, and I look at all my cards, and I'm thinking, this could help out my deck in more speed, more sense, and it's more fun. And I'm actually going to take this out, not to a tournament, but to a friend's house, as he's going to have a duelist there, or maybe he might forget, but I want to duel him, I want to play with my deck, it's pretty good. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Give this a real thumbs up because Genexes really matter, and they need to get more support because I'm actually having a blast with this deck. And this is Fortress Striker and Genex Controller signing off.